What happens to your digital life when you're gone? Hi, I'm Tanya Hendricks, Huntsville estate planning lawyer. And we live so much of our lives online. We share photos, we manage finances, we store documents, we pay bills with just a click or a swipe. And while we've embraced the convenience, which it really is convenient, of the digital world, many people haven't stopped to consider what happens to all of those online accounts and digital assets when you're no longer here or able to manage them. So it's an uncomfortable topic, but it's also an increasingly important one. So just like you wouldn't want your loved ones guessing where to find your bank accounts or insurance policies, you also don't want them locked out of your online world when they need it most. Clients have brought me their powers of attorney signed 15, 20, or 30 years ago and said that they didn't need. So several clients have come to me and said, I don't need a new power of attorney. I got this one was like 15 or 20 years ago. Those old powers of attorney may not account for today's digital world. We all need to be prepared. So when people who prepare their powers of attorney, will, or trust 30 years ago need to get to an estate planning lawyer and update those documents. Documents should be reviewed and updated every 3 to 5 years, FYI. So, speaking of digital assets, let's get back to digital assets. What are digital assets and how can you protect them? So, you've got online accounts. We have email, we have social media, we have cloud storage, online banking. Most of us have dozens, if not hundreds, of digital accounts. So if something happened to you, would anyone know how to access them? Would they even know what accounts exist? So a practical first step is to create a digital inventory. You want to list accounts, usernames, and passwords. You can create a spreadsheet that you update frequently and store in a safe or safe deposit box. I'll also have these in case of emergency binder sheets where you can put all your digital asset inventory on these. So that is also an option. But also you have online photos, videos, memories. Think about all the precious memories you store digitally. Family photos on your phone, home videos in the cloud or even on the phone. You have scanned documents or maybe you have some family recipes that you have saved onto Google Drive or in the cloud, wherever. These are part of your legacy. Without a plan, loved ones may lose access to those items forever. I've talked with many loved ones who were distraught because they didn't have access to the cell phone. So that phone, your phone, holds precious photos that are lost forever because those families came to me upset because they didn't have the cell phone code. It is imperative that you include your cell phone code on any digital inventory list. You have so much information on these phones that you want to be sure that someone can access your phone when they need to, when you're not able to, like you passed away or become incapacitated. So make sure you share that cell phone code with someone or write it down and put it in a safe place. For those who manage household bills online, maybe you have investment apps, you run a small business. Access to those platforms can be crucial to those you leave behind. Without it, accounts can go unpaid, assets could be overlooked, and important work might be lost. If you own cryptocurrency, you must include that digital key and access information with the digital inventory list or some other mechanism so that your loved ones can access those digital assets upon your death or incapacity. I've heard stories of people losing millions because they did not pass along that information. So plan for your digital life. Your family may be barred from accessing your accounts without explicit permission or legal authority. That's why it's important to include clear language in your estate planning documents, whether it's your will, your trust, your power of attorney, that authorizes someone to handle your digital assets. Just as you plan for who receives your home or family heirlooms, you must plan for your digital life. A little bit of planning now can prevent confusion, frustration, or even loss for the people you care about. In a world that's increasingly digital, thinking ahead isn't just smart, it's a lasting act of love that you can make things easy and seamless for your loved ones. Tanya Hendricks, Huntsville Estate Planning Lawyer. You can find me at HuntsvilleEstatePlanningLawyers.com or 256-361-1221.